Hello everybody, Daniel here. Today I am back with some Bridge. Now, today is a video where I'm not gonna be talking really that much about Bridge, because I am, this is the video for the release of my mod, version 1.6.0. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, you guys should know this, but I have a mod called the Duels Stats mod, for the obvious acronym. Yes, I'm very mature. And basically what it allows me to do is it allows me to check people's stats. Now, the two main modes that I'm able to check stats in are Bridge and Bedwars, as well as the various 1v1 duels modes. I haven't added any checks for 2v2 duels modes, or like say UHC or Skywars duels as a whole, because I am very lazy and I don't play those modes myself. I can also check general stats. So if I do this. This is a feature of my private version, by the way, that I'm able to check multiple people at once without typing their names, just by being in the same lobby. Sadly, you guys can't get this because this is too easily abusable for Q dodging. But you can see I can check my stats. It shows my name, my rank, my plus color, my level, achievement points, and my whether or not I'm online. And I've in 1.6.0, I've added two new things. Well, three new things, but one's a fix for something Hypixel kind of broke. So I'll just demonstrate what Hypixel broke right now. So let me check myself, right? Let me check. Okay. I'm Daniel H12. Now I'm gonna do /sc clear cache, which clears the UUID cache that I added in this last update. Why didn't this guy just go score? What was he doing? Was he building a head hitter? I cleared the cache, right? Now I'm gonna try to check myself again. Wait. There we go. This time I just had to do it quicker. But it says you have hit the Plank API rate limit. Actually, it's a Hypixel API. I got it confused back when I first started coding this mod, and I didn't bother to, and I never bothered to change it. I think he's gonna score again. Never mind, I score. Okay. But basically, what Hypixel did is they didn't want to keep having to query the Mojang API for information on what a person's UUID is, because they store stats. Hypixel stores stats based on UUID, because that's the one thing that never changes about a player's account, if you didn't know. And UUID stands for oh my god, what does it stand for? It stands for like Uniform Universal Identification, something like that. It's just like a really long string of characters that identifies a person or an account or whatever. And basically, you can change your username, but you can't change your UUID, so that's what Hypixel stores stats based off of. But when you try to check stats, like if I try to check my Bedwars stats, for example, oh wait, okay, I have to do this. There we go. If I try to check my Bedwars stats, for example, I'm checking using my username. And so Hypixel, I think what they used to do was they used to keep like a log of everyone's username and their UUID, so that they can easily see, okay, someone's checking Daniel H212. Okay, let's go find in our database what UUID Daniel H212 has. Also, what is this lag back? What the heck? I was walking on flat ground and it was lagging me back. So basically, the UUID gets figured out through their internal database, and then they use that to check their other database, which stores stats based on UUID, and that's how they get your stats when you stat check, at least with my mod, because I'm accessing the Plank API through usernames. I don't know. Maybe some people, some bots and stuff, they check directly using UUID. Like I'm not sure. Like some of the overlays that snipers use may just check directly using UUID, but my mod checks using username. So Hypixel decided a few days ago that no, we don't want to have to keep an entire database of everyone's username and UUID, because when people then change their username, then we have to go back through and update it, which is a very tedious process, and they don't actually keep up with that very well. So like imagine if I change my username, right? If I change my username before I log back onto Hypixel, if I say, for example, if I change my username to Daniel is very cool 212, or something like that, before I log back onto Hypixel, if I check my stats using my previous username, it will still work, because Hypixel hasn't realized that I changed my username, so my UUID is still associated with my previous username. And if I wait a month before I log on to Hypixel and someone else takes my name, and then they log into Hypixel, you know, you can see how that causes problems when like the same username tries to be like linked to two UUIDs at the same time, and Hypixel just doesn't want to have to deal with that. They do have a solution, which is to just query Mojane's API because Mojane keeps everything up to date. They have to, because they deal with the actual accounts. This person's applying to the guild. So Hypixel can just query Mojane's API for the UUID associated with a certain account name every single time, but they don't want to do that either. And it causes an enormous amount of strain on their system, which I understand. So they decided, you know what? We're just not going to let people like repeatedly check for stats based on username that much anymore. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a 2-minute cooldown. I'm not sure actually whether or not it's an entire 2 minutes, but you see, everyone on Hypixel, if they do /API new, they get a API key, which gives them access to the Hypixel API, from which I can pull like stats and stuff, and that means that you know they can keep track. Okay, this API key recently checked Daniel H212. So we're not gonna let them check Daniel H212 for the next 2 minutes, because then then like, since they no longer keep a database of username of UUIDs based on username, they have to query the Mojane API for it every time now. So they're like, yeah, no, we're only doing that once every 2 minutes. We don't want to do it every single time. So you can't check, and that's understandable. But what that also meant was that it kind of broke my mod, because that made it impossible to check. Say, if I checked my Bedwars Stats and then I wanted to check my bridge stats right after, it just wouldn't work. It would just say I hit the rate limit or something like that. And you know, I don't blame Hypixel for making the changes they did. From a logistics standpoint, it was reasonable. Technically, according to their documentation anyway, the endpoint of checking via username instead of UUID, it was meant to be deprecated anyway, so they were no longer going to keep it up anyway. But I wish they had given us developers some warning before making the changes, so that, you know, we had time to like adjust and fix our, well, like preemptively fix our stuff before it all breaks, basically. Oh. I thought he was gonna place that block and then jump up and hit me, and then I was gonna die. But like he then placed another block and blocked himself off. So I was like, okay, thank you very much. What was I doing? He was right there. Why did I even go for that? I'm very stupid right now, by the way. 0 warm-up. All I've been doing today was coding. Hello, sir. He had no clue. He had no clue at all. So yeah, I've since added a cache on the client side, which means that like even after it was broken, you guys saw there was like the temporary fix of just doing /API new every single time after checking, so that you get a new API key, and they're like, oh, this person hasn't checked this name in the past 2 minutes, so I guess we have to query the Mojang API for the UUID of the person he's trying to check now, because they don't realize, oh, this new API key is from the same person. But that temporary fix was only a temporary fix. I felt like they were gonna probably patch that bypass up soon anyway. And so I just decided, okay, whatever, I'll just add a cache on the client side. So every time you check someone's stats now, since Hypixel's API, like the UUID is returned as a part of the stats that you check. So every time you check someone using my mod now, your the UUID of the player you checked gets added to a temporary database on the client side that's kept by the mod. And basically what happens then is if I then decide, okay, I'm gonna check the same person again, the mod then goes and looks, okay, is this person's username within our database, within the client-side database? And if it is, then it just pulls the UUID from that database instead and checks directly using UUID. It queries the Hypixel API using UUID instead of username, which has no cooldown. And so that basically fixed everything that Hypixel kind of broke. And on top of that, I also decided, you know what, since I had time, I'm going to add checks for 2 other things. One is something I didn't have before, Bedwars 4v4 stats. As you can see, my Bedwars 4v4 stats are pristine. Win-loss, not a number. FKDR, not a number. Bed break loss ratio, not a number. I've never lost. I've never even lost my bed a single time in Bed Wars 4v4, and I've never lost a game. I've never taken a final death, and I've gotten 160 wins and 0 losses. Now this is primarily because I played with a friend who was on a very high win streak. I think he's still on it now. Let me check. Yeah, I don't play with him that much anymore because I think he's put the win streak on hiatus. So yeah, don't try to snipe him, guys. He's not even playing Bedwars 4v4 anymore. He's on a quite high win streak. I think I played with him when he was around like 800 something. And got 160 free wins that way. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to keep my 4v4 stats looking this good, but you know, I'm probably gonna try to, which means I'm probably not gonna play it that much unless I can get a god team again. Anyway. Oh my god, is he gonna win that race? No, he's not. Okay, thank goodness. And another thing I added was for general stats. Now if I do if I change my single check mode to compact and I do /sc stats my name, it just shows my name, level, achievement points, and online status, right? But now if I change that to normal, this is something that didn't exist before. Before, regardless of the check mode, it would always just be one line, unlike in Duels and Bedwars where compact check mode is one line and normal check mode is two lines. Before with general stats, it was always this one line. This person is just waiting for me, man. Now, I've added, it now says how long I've been online for and what game mode I was last playing. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, I think. No, now people can't lie to me about whether or not they were warmed up or not. It's fun. This person, I might as well not even try anymore. Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor my man. He's actually kind of decent, not gonna lie. Like, he pulled, like, a block clutch here. He didn't die, and he was able to keep fighting me. Oh my. What? How did that hit not kill him? That's such a scam. That was a crit. What? That's such a scam. I have no clue what happened there. He wants to rage quit so badly. Oof. Poor guy. Poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, he's trying his best. He's trying his best. I don't want to play anymore. No. No. He's actually like somewhat decent at PvP though. Like he can trade with me most of the time. Oh well, good fight. Anyway, I'm trying not to make this video too long. Plus I have class in like half an hour, so I'm gonna try to prepare for that because I have not been paying too much attention in class, and I want to like catch up a bit before my my class starts. So that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. If you use Forge, by the way, this mod does not work with Badline or Lunar or any clients other than Forge. But if you use Forge 1.8.9, feel free to download my mod and use it. I'll leave a link in the description. Keep in mind though, if your parents search your computer for any naughty words, you better know what to explain to them. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all next time. Goodbye.